Welcome everyone to another tournament report for Warhammer Underworlds, and it was the 4th edition of the Benelux Clash, second of 3 golden ticket tournaments here in Belgium. The preview has been the Mines of Alost and Into the Underacre being the next one currently. So it was time for some Underworlds tournament play. Now, as I won the Mines of Alost, there was no pressure at all today, and as such I opted to take a lesser played but still Elven Warband and a deck I only started to try it recently. Ironically, someone else took about the same combination. You never saw them enough. Suddenly there are 2 Mijari Purifiers. I took them to the Spitewood using a deck of Emberstone Sentinels together with Hunting Grounds. The goal, some relaxed play, ending somewhere in the midfield and probably somewhere other, well, playing some other people than the usual high table opponents. There were 14 players at the event today, so that's once more a nice turnout. Now to hope that one of the community can get a ticket, so I don't have to go to Barcelona all alone. If I end around play 7 with 3-2, I'll be a happy camper. So we had some prizes, which I sponsored one with my YouTube channel here, the Kamandora Blade Warband that you see there. And I provided also the dice for the last place. My only mentionable contributions apart from that, well, giving some pointers to my club mates, did the sponsoring, and well, that little thing of providing the venue where the tournament could be held with our TSA clubhouse, and I ran the bar for the first half of the day, so during games and in between games. We also had a whole video set up. You will see the videos of the games coming in the next week. Still have to edit a bit because Peter had rented a whole setup for that, for table 1, and to that end, well, we're gonna try and see if we can do something with it. My first game was against Quint and Zarbak's Gits, running Pillage and Plunder combined with Nexus of Power. It was supposed to be ran before the camera, but I declined the honor as I might be called to the bar during the round. Close fought game, it came down to the penultimate activation where one of his few remaining Grots and Archer rolled a single crit against my 3 hits, which unfortunately didn't have a crit in them. This made the little guy survive the game, but also blocked my Iron Grasp and Supremacy for a final moment turnaround. It ended as a result at a 12-18 defeat. Happens as it was a good fun game, so no problem there. For the second game, I faced a new attendant to the events, a young guy called Lars, and he played well considering the big difference in experience. It's a pity I botched up the picture here, as it were nicely painted tablecloths with an attitude that were facing me, aka the Headsman's Curse with Blazing Assault and Rack and Ruin. But I managed to play around this big hitter and took away a 19-9 win from the game. Yeah, he played well, but this is just the experience difference. Lunch break arrived and Wouter came behind the cameraman ad interim, while the tournament organizer went to collect the pizzas, or some who went for sandwiches. And that also meant it was time for the voting of the painting competition, with all the warbands on display during the break. I'll insert a little clip of the warbands right at the end of this little tournament report. Food is down, it was back to the tables, and now I faced Patrick, another person I never played before, and Ephelim's Pandemonium with Countdown to Cataclysm and Rack and Ruin. I managed to survive the multiple pings and was forced to leave my half to hunt for his leader. Finally getting him in the second round, it remained a very close affair, and I dragged a 17-15 over the line in the end, barely and by the skin of my elven teeth. And that, for some reason, put us near the candidates for the golden ticket, meaning we could become a wild card in deciding who it was. And I faced Tom with his Iron Soul Condemners. You will see the report soon, but well, in the previous test games he beat me up pretty well. So I had low expectations, but he kept missing his attacks and I kept rolling saves, and it became a very, very tense affair in the end. He missed an attack, I missed an attack, he missed an attack, I missed an attack, and in the end I missed that one attack that decided the game, as Gwyneth survived and could flee away from Bahanar. They both were the final figure standing, resulting in a 13-14 defeat for the elves. This could have gone far, far worse. So for the final game, it was time for that mirror match. Wim had also brought me Jari with Hunting Grounds and Emberstone, a combination as I had of actually not planning to come over the middle line, though there were a bit of difference in the deck builds. It was one of the most fun games I played in recent times, and I actually won this one by having a single elf, Eileen, fall. That meant basically that I could score employees in enemy territory as being the underdog, and really bring back the old rule for that. This is just a silly thing. The one with the least glory, he's the underdog, because yeah, GW, if you hear this, new underdog rules, they're still not decent. Sadly, I forgot to take a picture, but at the end of the day, I took a 14-9 win. And so, as predicted, I ended 3-2 and between spot 5 to 8, 7 to be precise, as the lowest of the group of people scoring 3-2s due to a low glory differential. But more importantly, 3 out of my 5 games was against people I never played before, Quint, Lars and Patrick, and I didn't get to play any of my traditional opponents like Joop, who, well, whenever we seem to enter a tournament together, we both end up facing off. So that brings us to the full result of the Benelux Clash, and the first one ran in Belgium. First place went to Valentin with Kamandora's Blade, 5-0 with a difference of plus 33. Then we had Quint with Zarbak's Gits, 4-1 with a difference plus 20, and Johan de Raak with Hitman's Curse, 3-2 with a difference of plus 23. Tom with Iron Souls Condemners went 3-2 with difference plus 14. Patrick with Evelyn's Pandemonium went 3-2 with a plus 12. Then we had Joop with the Jaws of Itzel 3-2 with plus 10. Myself 3-2 with also plus 10. Then we had Wim with the Mijaris Purifiers 2-3 with a difference of plus 1. Nico with Zarbak's Gits went 2-3 with a difference of minus 1. Peter went with Kamandora's Blades 2-3 with a difference of minus 12. Wouter went with Zandar's True Seekers 2-3 with a difference of minus 16. Geert with the Trifle Discord went a 2-3 with minus 20. And Lars with the Hitman's Curse went 1-4 with a difference of minus 21. While total newbie player, he had like 3 games overplayed. Dennis went 0-5 with a minus 53 with Zigit's Tunnel Pack. And of course there's that final prize, the coveted Best Painted, and this was won by Nico with his Zarbak's Gits, before a tight second place of Geert with the Trifle Discord and Tom with his Iron Souls. And there we have it, another tournament in the bag, and one I could sit nicely back and relax. Next ones I'll be trying to play competitive again, the Maastricht Open. Yeah, of course that's competitive, but I don't have high hopes for that due to the time schedule thing and everything. And then there's apparently gonna be a Halle event. 13/6 Halle will be there in the basement of a church. How cool is that? I'm still doubting whether to go highly competitive or take the Knights of the Crown. Before Into the Underraker as a tournament organizer will put me back in the relaxed play seat, as I will have a gazillion things to do then that day. It's not even certain I can play because, well, you have to see. And that's it for this tournament. Hope you enjoyed the little video. Check back, starting in a few days for every day a full game played under the cameras. And well, if it works, we might do that coverage some more. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, bye bye. For watching this video, and if you want to support me, check out the link tree above for all my channels so you can have a look there, or my affiliate links, so there's a little kickback to the channel for more content. And if you really like, you can always buy me a coffee. Thanks and bye bye.